Okay, so now I'm going to change the password because I try to log into the firewall. So this is a firewall that I want to log in. So now let me give the old password and then new password, and then go to the new password. So now we log in with the new password. So now friend, that I can see you that I'm starting this lab. So this is the lab that we can follow. So this is a PaloAlto firewall, and firewall connected to this LAN segment and the internet segment and DMZ segment. So as we discussed, our objective is to be configure the captive portal and global protect on this PaloAlto. First we can do this thing on the local user authentication, and then we add configure the AD, and then inputs AD to this PaloAlto firewall, and then we can test the authenticate the global protect connection with this AD user authentication. This is our lab, and this is a PaloAlto firewall. I already configured these two switch. I can show you that it's not required at the moment. So let's start with the switch. It's a LAN switch, and this one, and this is the LAN 2 switch. Only that you can enable, and you can show IP interface brief. So on show IP interface brief, if you can check, this is the switch and then switch module, and this is the IP of that switch get from the our internet zone, and then this is the LAN switch. And if you enable the switch and show IP interface brief, you can check that this is configuring the IP statically. So you can configure the LAN connection to this switch, and this for the internet traffic is coming through this switch. So this is our setup. Okay, so going to the zone, and you can configure the zone first, or you can do this in all the interface also. So this is the LAN, and you can check the trap 3, and then go to the OK. So we are going to the configure the interface, and as you see, that interface is one of the 3 is for the LAN part, and one is for internet. So let's start configure the 2 interface first. So let's first configure one, and then going to the layer 3, and then going to the virtual router. So we can use the default virtual router or create the another additional virtual router also. So let's use this virtualization for that lab, and then zone. I already create one LAN zone. Let's zone the internet. Okay, so internet zone is created. Definitely this is a L3 zone, and this is connected to the IP address. We configure the DHCP. Okay, DHCP client. And also we need to add the managing profile. So go to the managing profile and go to the ping, and then now name to the ping. So I give the name to the ping and then make it okay. So now it is okay. So this is the one. Number 2, it is to be the layer 3, and this is the virtual router, definitely default. Same virtual router should be there, and there is a LAN. Okay. So you have to give the IP address also as well. So go to the IP address, and then add IP address is to be 22.168 .1.1. So it is actually used as a gateway of the LAN segment. So you can go OK. So now you can configure the 2 zone. There is a show 2 zone, and this is the to interface, which is already configured. Okay, and also enable the ping here. This interface ping should be enabled. Let me add. Now it is the commit. Okay, now you can see this part, this two interface configured. Now we can configure the internet, so you can test from here. Internet should be accessible. Okay, then you can restrict through the captive portal. First we can allow the default internet, then you can configure the captive portal to for the specific user to authenticate it, Palo Alto local database, and then get the internet. That is we will do later. First we can allow all the internet. So now you can go into the policy and security. First go into the NAT, add NAT. So what to do, LAN to internet. Okay, now original traffic. What is original traffic? It should be, I think that is not completed. That is why it is not taking this now 90%. Down that and going to that policy. Again going to the NAT, then add LAN to internet. LAN to internet, then going to original traffic, changing this should become internet, and destination will be the internet. Destination will be the interface. This is the internet interface. Packet translated to the dynamic port, dynamic and address translation, and interface. The interface should be the internet interface, and then it is okay. So this should be done. Okay. LAN to inside, LAN start. Now you want to security, and on security you can add security, then again LAN to internet. Okay, so LAN to internet, on the source will be the LAN, destination will be the internet. Rest of the thing will not configure at the moment, just all is allowed. Okay, so for that the basic internet access. Now just commit and then go to this Windows and give to the IP address of this Windows system. So 1, 2, 3. This is that one. So this is 5, 7, 6. Okay. So let also I can go to the properties, then okay, go to 100 and give this is 192.168.1.100, and then go to the 192.168.1.1. This is our firewall gateway IP, and gateway 8.8. Let's give it to the different IPs, 50. So it is okay, and then it is let's try to. So now what I can configure that, and this is to be started. So we should be able to ping back. That is our first challenge. Maybe I am to do restart one. I don't know. Let's see. D. Go to the monitor. There is no traffic light at the moment. You can see one traffic light only. This is the source IP address of the internet to internet zone and destination. This is our system, and destination is firewall interface IP. So let's start it again. One 168.1.50. No? It's not pinging. Why it is not pinging? That is to be checked because fire should be avoided. So the fire. And then go to the firewall. Turn off this firewall, okay? This is the outside interface. Let's get the IP issue. There should be the things 1.2. Okay, now we go to this system and I will to ping. Now get to I will to ping. And now go to the firewall and let's check on the policy. You can configure the NAT. You can configure the security policy also. Now let's try to ping the internet 12.8.8.8. You are able to ping the thing and just going to the internet. Yeah, it is working. So now our lab is to be configure the captive portal. So configure the captive portal. We going to the device, and from device first we can configure the local authentication. So go to the user and create this name CPLOCALAUTH. Now we can okay, let me simple name CP user 1 CP user 1 password is okay. So first user is configure CP user 1. Okay, now let's commit that change. Now what to go configure? We configure security policy. Now going to the authentication policy and then go to the add and then now you can go in the CP local authentication. Okay, and then type is local database and then going to the advanced and going to add all user, or you can. So now I have to configure the two things. One is the first we configure the local user, that is the CP1, and then I configure the authentication profile. Now let's going for the user identification. So for that user identification, we go to the authentication portal. On the authentication portal, you can configure the enable authentication portal. Then you can go into the authentication profile. It is CP local auth. Now you can redirect it this thing. So you not require that timeout for this timeout. So you only just need to provide the LAN IP operator server or firewall 192.168.1.1. This is our this is our firewall LAN interface. Okay, this is this interface. So go to the OK. So it is going to be authenticated. So now what do you configure? You configure this system. You are going to configure this switches. I configure, then the PaloAlto basic interface, internet I configure, security policy configure. Now we can enable this captive portal on this interface. Just type again. Sometime it will happen. It is stuck, so we need to be refresh this connection. So yeah, now you can go to the, then again you can go to the authentic profile, going to the enable, let give to the security portal, then transmission, then you can disable that, and then 192.168.1.1. Okay, now it is done. So this is not require anything else as per my understanding. So now what you do, you just go to the network, then going to the zone, and from the LAN zone you can enable the user identification. Okay, I hope this will work. Last thing that you have to configure is the authentication policy. Go to the policy, then going to the authentication and add. Now source, go to the add, now LAN, source address if you give the range, or not okay, destination, going to the internet, and then URL you can give the HTTP and then HTTPS both. So in both case, just to be clicked and action, you can give this default output. And timeout you can change to 2 if you want. So hope that is been done. After commit, we can test it from here, or we can test it from here also if you want. This is another system, and then so I'm going 51. Okay, this is configure internet. You can, if you want, you can restart until it is committed. So first just try this from here actually. Let me log into the see what happened. Go to the monitor, then you can give a traffic. So this is the, I think IP address is 5050. Just filter this IP address, so all is 50. So just try to authenticate with the firewall, but this is not enabled. The one thing that we need to do, this is the response page. Okay, so go to the network, and then go to the network, and here you just going to the management interface. On the ping, you have to click the response page, user ID if you want, and things not required at the moment. So let's go to OK and commit. Basically, our now is going to authentication portal, but it does not get any anything that is showing here. So let's wait for, and if we are going for through this thing, so show the same thing. This committed and then didn't try. So what actually we configure? We configure the user name. We configure the local user, that is one part. Then we configure the authentication profile, that's second part. Number 3, user identification. We can user identification. We are enable the authentication portal. This is number 3. Then we can configure the policy for authentication policy. So let's see what happened now. Then we can enable the then we can we enable the enable this thing on the enable user identification in the zone, and also in the interface management we are enable the response page, and then you can make the commit and then check it again, reload. Yeah, now you can see that response page is coming. This why it is not working, because there is no response page. Now we can go to this now see this captive portal login needs to be there. So now we can give the CP user 1. Okay, then password, give the password. And then it is been login. Now you can check in the log. See, all the is showing the user. It is you can see what you see. That is the time, LAN, internet zone. Okay, LAN to internet zone, source IP is the source user, destination. Then you can what protocol SSL 443. The rule is LAN to internet is hitting. Okay, so that you can see that is why it is working. So this is overall the captive portal configuration with the local user authentication. You see that how to configure. Now on my next part of the lab, we are configure the global protect and authenticate with this also in the local user and see what happened.